Hi, it's Merritt Boyle from the Pride Personal Training. Thank you very much for your newsletter questions. We have I had a general theme this week that came across is cardio, and a lot of individuals this week sent over questions about is there any way to change up where you eliminate cardio and you insert weights as part of your fat loss program, as part of something that you no longer have to do cardio, you could do weights. A lot of questions surrounded individuals who didn't want to do it because of balance. They weren't comfortable with balancing with cardio, and others that they just didn't enjoy cardio altogether. It was too strenuous, too hard on them. Yes and no. Okay, certainly, there are other things you can do to supplement your efforts in losing fat besides cardio, burning calories. Obviously, increase your reps when you're weight training. Less break between sets. You can do that. But my idea is, and my suggestion is, do the thing that you don't enjoy doing. Honest to goodness, when you look at going into the gym, the last thing you should be focusing in on, without being condescending at all. Certainly, I love cardio either. That's not one of my strengths. I train it a lot. I do it 3-4 times a week, but I certainly don't love cardio. But it's important not to go for the thing that you love. You can't go for the thing that makes you comfortable, right? The most important thing you could possibly do is do the thing that you can't do. Do the thing that challenges you. The thing that you despise. When you're on your way to the gym, you should be looking out the window trying to make a connection with someone, trying to get some comfort. That you're going into a place that is going to totally tear your world down. Right? You're walking to the gym like a dead woman walking, a dead man walking. As you realize you're going to do some cardio today, it's not going to be a fun day at all. It's going to be struggling. I mean, mascara coming down your face, hair flying all over the place. You're almost falling off the treadmill, whatever it might be. You need to go all out in that, those areas where you put yourself in a position where you're no longer comfortable. Bring them on, right? You're not going to get any progress. I promise you, you're not going to see the progress you want is if you're staying within your comfort zone. If you like something, typically if you enjoy doing something, right, it's not challenging you to the point where it's going to change you. When you despise something, when you're walking into the gym and you're like have a scowl on your face and your friends think you're mad at everybody, and you're walking to the machine or you're going to the class that you know is going to knock you on your keister, trust me, that's the thing that's going to change who you are. You don't want to stay in your comfort zone. The last thing you want to focus on is being the king of your comfort zone, right? When you step outside your comfort zone, this is something we talk about in the Pride every day. Individuals come into their training, plan on doing something you've never done before. Plan on walking through that door and doing something that you never thought was imaginable from when you first came in to when you leave. You're a different person. You don't achieve that through doing something that you typically are comfortable in doing. So whether it be balance issues or certainly areas where you're feeling a struggle of not wanting to go to the gym, right? That idea in your head, your subconscious mind saying, you don't go there, don't go to the gym, right? That's what you want. Because it means is that you're challenging yourself and you're pushing yourself to a level that can actually change you, that could get you to your goal, get closer to your goal, right? So it's so important to search for the areas where you're not comfortable. When you're sitting in there, you're running, you're on the bike or you're in a class and you're going all out and you're looking at each other like, oh my goodness, how am I even possibly going any further? That's what you want to do. So I think also too is you look at two areas where I look at where we don't hit our goals, and the first area is that we're not acting hard enough. We're not grinding hard enough. We're not doing things to get to the next level. We're not acting. We're not working things out hard enough, right? And that's something we can control, right? You could decide today that you will not be outworked. And when I say that, I don't mean that as comparison to anyone else. Not be outworked. When I say that, I mean I'm talking about the person you currently are and the promise to yourself to get to that person you want to become, right? You can make the promise that you are not going to be outworked and you're going to work as hard as you can to get to that person you want to be, right? And the second way that people don't hit their goals, the second way is they're in over their head. What am I even doing in this spin class where everybody's been doing it for 6 months? You walk in, it's your second class. You're looking around the room, it's like, how am I going to possibly keep up, right? And that's not a failure because when you're in that situation, right? When you're in that situation, you become something different entirely. When you surpass your own mindset, the mindset of limitations that you've created for yourself, that's where you grow. That's where you become something different entirely, right? So that's not a failure. So the two ways we fail are fallacies, right? The first way, we're not working hard, we can outwork ourselves every day, every the week, and twice on Sunday. And the second way is when we're in over our heads, and we should relish the fact that when we're the small fish in the big pond, bring it on. Bring on the piranha, bring on the sharks, bring on all the fish that could possibly do me harm. I'm ready for it because now I'm in a position in this uncomfortable zone where I can make change. I can facilitate change. So don't look for the areas that are easy. Look for the areas that are going to knock you on your keys. Look for the areas that are going to put you on your back. And you got to crawl back to your feet and make something happen. And that's the same thing with the training at the Pride. I mean, you look at individuals come in. I mean, it's like dead woman walking, dead man walking. I did that. That individual knows with all certainty they are going to do something that they didn't think they could do when they walked in the door, right? But in that whole mix of things, when you're striving to the person that you want to become, you relish the times when you realize, wow, oh my goodness, I did something that I had no idea I can do, right? That's courageous. That's courage right there. That's honor, right? You do something that you're comfortable in doing. I'm going to do some weights instead of doing cardio, and I got my heart rate up to 140, 150. I'm burning some fat. You know, no, get on a hard cardio class. Go to Cardio Beast. You know, go to Pride Body. Do these classes that are challenging who you are. And if you have to take a break, bent over to catch your breath, that's good. That means is that you're changing. You're changing who you are. And you have to search for those areas where you're not comfortable, because that's where you grow. It doesn't happen. And that's why so few you'll see in the gym from 1 year to 5 years to 10 years will ever change, because they're staying within their comfort zones. They're walking in, hey, I think I'm going to do 3 sets of 8 to 10, you know, and this, that, and the other thing, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. No. You walk in there. Forget about your little piece of paper with your tablet. Throw it in the garbage. Get in there and do something that you're fully challenged. Get someone that you know is competent to spot you because something's going up today that you had no idea was going to go up. Get someone that you know is going to spot you well, and make sure someone's keeping an eye on you when you're going through the treadmill and you're going up to 9.0 all the way down to a 3.0 interval training. Make sure someone's watching that you don't fall off and crack your head. You got to push it hard. You got to make something happen. You're there anyway, right? You could just be lukewarm, or you could be a god. You got to decide that for yourself. How important is your goal to you? And if you decide to take on a challenge and make it happen and step outside your comfort zone, there's not a thing that can stop you. You are become bulletproof on your path to the goal you've chosen, right? You become bulletproof, but you have to step outside your comfort zone. Incremental results every single day over the course of a long period of time becomes greatness, right? So focus on taking yourself into places that you're not comfortable. To hell with comfort, right? You're not supposed to be comfortable at all. Headache, you know, sweat going on, hair up in the air, all those kind of things. People think you're walking out the gym. You just got in a fight. You got rolled down a hill in the mud. I mean, you got to be thinking along those terms. And when you do that, I could promise you, from my experience, my tenure as a trainer and working out, I can promise you the results will come. Okay. But thank you so much for your questions. I appreciate it. Keep them coming. You could YouTube us on the Pride Personal Training LLC, Twitter, Pride Beast, capital P, capital B. Check us out on that. Instagram, the Pride Personal Training. And I really do appreciate your comments and your questions. Thank you very much, the Beast, the Pride.